In a small village by the river, surrounded by lush forests and rolling hills, there was a girl named Nyasha. Nyasha was full of life, with a laugh that could chase away the darkest of clouds and a heart as warm as the sun. She was beloved by her family and friends, especially for her adventurous spirit. She was known for her love of the river. She would often swim there with her friends, spending hours diving, laughing, and playing under the watchful eyes of the village elders. One fateful day during the rainy season, Nyasha and her friends decided to swim. Ignoring the warnings of the elders, they splashed into the river, unaware of the ancient traditions that forbade wearing red in the sacred waters during this season. Nyasha wore a bright red wrap that day, a colour believed to invoke the attention of the river goddess, Mvura Nyika. As they laughed and played, the sky suddenly darkened, and a strange silence fell over the forest. The trees rustled with an unnatural energy, and a cold wind whipped through the air. Nyasha's friends stopped, their laughter replaced by a sense of dread. Then, without warning, a powerful whirlwind formed over the river, swirling with a force they had never seen. The children gasped, watching in horror as the water churned and spiraled, pulling Nyasha towards its center. "Nyasha!" her friends cried, but their voices were drowned out by the roar of the whirlwind. The river's waves rose, and in a flash, Nyasha disappeared beneath the water, the whirlpool closing over her with an eerie calm. Her friends screamed and ran back to the village, tears streaming down their faces as they told the elders what had happened. Nyasha's parents, devastated and frightened, sought help from every healer and diviner in the village. After days of waiting and praying, they were finally led to an elderly healer named Baba Shumba, who was known to have a gift for speaking with the spirits, and his wisdom was sought after by many. After listening to their story, Baba Shumba closed his eyes and entered a trance, communing with the spirits for guidance. When he opened his eyes, he spoke with a grave expression. "Your daughter has been taken by Mvura Nyika, the river goddess. The red wrap she wore caught the goddess's eye, for red is sacred to her and should never be worn in the rainy season. She has claimed Nyasha, but do not despair. There is a way to bring her back." Nyasha's parents, clinging to hope, listened intently as Baba Shumba explained what they must do. "The goddess has taken Nyasha to her underwater realm, but she will allow her to return in 1 year's time. Until then, you must honor her with a traditional beer festival. You must also offer a sacrifice, a pure white cow without blemish. And most importantly, you must not shed a single tear or show any sorrow during the ceremony. Only then will the goddess be pleased, and only then will she release Nyasha back to you." For the next year, Nyasha's family and the entire village prepared for the ritual. Her parents, though heartbroken, held back their tears, honoring Baba Shumba's instructions. They tended to a white cow, nurturing it with care, and brewed traditional beer for the festival. Word spread through the neighboring villages, and people came to offer support and prepare for the great ceremony that would bring Nyasha back. Finally, the day arrived. The village was alive with music, dancing and singing, as villagers dressed in their brightest clothes and gathered by the river. The beer flowed, and the aroma of incense filled the air. The white cow, adorned with garlands of flowers, stood at the edge of the river, calm and regal, as if it understood its purpose. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Baba Shumba led the villagers in a prayer. They chanted praises to Mvura Nyika, thanking her for her mercy and pleading for Nyasha's safe return. The white cow was sacrificed, and its spirit was sent as an offering to the goddess. The villagers maintained their festive spirits, not allowing sorrow to break the ritual's sanctity. As the first light of dawn touched the sky, the river began to stir. The water rippled and shimmered, and from its depths emerged a figure. It was Nyasha. She stood tall, her hair cascading down her back like a flowing river, longer and darker than before. Her eyes, once brown, were now a piercing shade of blue, as if they held the very essence of the water she had been taken to. The villagers gasped in awe, and her parents held back tears of joy. Nyasha looked around, a serene calm in her gaze. She spoke in a soft voice, yet her words carried power. The goddess has allowed me to return. I have been touched by her spirit, and she has given me the gift of sight. She was now a healer,